Benjamin Netanyahu, Bibi, somebody you've gotten to know well in negotiation, in conversation. He has made statements. He has declared war. He has spoken about this potentially being a long and difficult war. Uh, what have you learned about the mind of Benjamin Netanyahu that might be important to understand here in this current war?
Bibi is definitely a historic figure. I'd meet with a lot of different world leaders, and some of them I would say they're very, very special, transformational figures, and some I would say, how the hell is this person running a country? And Bibi's somebody who has done a lot for the state of Israel. He has a tremendous understanding of the security apparatus. He has tremendous global relations. So for a crisis like this, I think Bibi's the leader you want if you're Israel to be in that seat. I think he's ambitious in what he's going to look to achieve. He understands his role in history as somebody who's helped strengthen Israel economically, militarily, and I don't think he wants to see his legacy be somebody who left Israel more vulnerable than it had to be. So I think in that regard, he'll be incredibly strong. But I also think that he'll hopefully be calculating in the risks that he takes and not create more risk than's needed. And that's easy to say, the two of us sitting here having a conversation when you're sitting in that chair as a leader in the fog of war. It's a very, very, it's a very hard decision to make. He's been here before. He knows the weight of the situation. I'm sure he knows the moment, and I pray that that he'll do what's right here to bring the best outcome possible.
I wonder if you can comment on the internal political turmoil that Bibi has been operating in, and how that relates to the tragedy that we saw.
On the one hand, the political turmoil is it's a sign of a vibrant democracy. I think it's been actually nice to see how people have fought for their country and their beliefs in a democratic way. You compare that to the Palestinians, where there's no democracy, there's no free speech, there's no free press. You can't disagree with the leadership. In Israel, if you want to, if you want to be homosexual, you can have a go to a parade and live your life. In Gaza, they'll throw you off a building and kill you. It's so in Israel, you have the freedoms, which I think make it a special place, and you have a very vibrant democracy. With that being said, the times in Jewish history where the Jewish people have been most vulnerable have been when there's been division, and that's when the temple was destroyed. But that's not just with the Jewish people and with Israel; that's in all societies. So I definitely believe that this division has left them less prepared for the situation than it would. I do think there's real lessons we should be taking from this here in America, where we're in a time where we're very divided. But I do think that it'd be very wise for our leaders to find the areas where we do agree and find ways to, secure our southern border, to make sure that we know who's in our country, what risks we all face. And I do think that that division definitely creates risk for countries.